Dispatch headquarters 771791.
Welcome to Dispatches from Headquarters. This is Mike.
And Jason.
I'm getting this in real fast because we don't know what's going to happen with this setup anymore because technical issues.
Yeah, he's got a possessed mixer board.
Gremlins.
That's what it is. It's the season.
'Tis the season. It is a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. You almost did it again.
I stopped myself.
Because you saw me like, motherfucker.
I was adjusting, actually. So
You're
I was
okay,
adjusting.
cheers.
Cheers.
What are we drinking?
Summersby apple cider. It's one of my go-tos.
That's pretty good stuff. That's more of a summery
yeah, I know
drink,
that.
but
I know.
This
That's
on
all
the
you,
other
man.
hand, this is all me. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me get the. That's the Black Oyster Stout from Sons of Kent. Yeah, black. It's black.
Yes, it is.
You can't see through it in a
That
glass.
is black as night.
Black
That
as night. I like to refer to these types of beers, these dark beers, as cold and as black as my ex-girlfriend's heart.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So that's how I got that going. So,
All right.
I do have a little bit of housekeeping first.
Housekeeping.
I have to apologize. I have to make an official apology.
Okay.
I have to make an official apology to the Sons of Kent Brewery.
Uh-oh.
Because I was listening back to last week's podcast.
Yep.
And I mistakenly identified their beer.
Okay.
I said we were drinking the 1972 English Ale.
Okay.
It is the 1792 English Ale. I apologize for the damage that we have caused to the good nature and the brand that is the Sons of Kent.
Did you actually get blowback?
No. No.
I was just, what?
No. Nobody knows.
You mean somebody local listens?
No. Well, I listen. That's how I know I fucked up.
And I listen too, but I don't know if that counts.
Quality control.
Yeah, I don't discount quality control. That's one of the reasons why I listen as well.
Yeah.
But it doesn't count as like local listening, in my opinion.
Really?
Because it's not a third party perspective.
Oh. Well, we're screwed because nobody's ever going to get a hold of us to tell us how badly we messed up.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
Did it cut out?
No, I'm going to try and slide this up a little bit, see how... There. Nope.
Nope.
No, okay. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, don't touch it.
Don't even look at
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Yep. Oh.
I need to get like a box.
There you go.
That might work.
Yeah, well, I got a paper bag.
Are you kidding? Do you know how sensitive this thing is? Put something heavy like a paper bag on it, it might explode.
It does feel a little warm coming from that direction.
Shh, don't. You're
Why
going to
is
hurt
there
its
a red
feelings.
glow in the back corner?
That's the demon that actually runs the Phantom Power.
Oh, okay. Pazuzu?
You actually didn't think Phantom Power was a non-real thing, did you?
Is it Pazuzu?
Yeah, well, his younger cousin, Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
Yeah.
Pee-wee Zuzu.
Pee-wee Zuzu. Oh, now we're going to get sued by the Exorcist Foundation.
Again, they have to listen first.
Come on. You were the one that was trying to
take
be
the bad publicity over no publicity, man. Come on now.
Yeah, as long as they spell the names right.
Exactly.
I still remember the one promo that, what was it? James O'Modcast Podcast Network had somebody when we were doing the Madhouse together. Dave had hired somebody to do lead-ins.
Okay.
And this was a very American fella who has no idea how to pronounce French last names.
Aha.
because he got my name right. He must have been talking to Dave about this is how you pronounce my last name.
Right. Because they could have easily said Lutz.
That
is common. Well,
so common. More times than not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I just know there's one in Hollywood.
Yep. Kellen Lutz.
Kellen.
Yep.
So.
I have a cousin in Chatham named Kellen Lutz.
Really?
Really.
Wow. And it's not the same dude.
No.
Just checking.
Okay. When the promo guy went to do your name, he goes, Jason Beckard. I went, who the fuck is that?
I get that all the time.
How did even Canadian dudes should know better?
I get it locally.
How is that?
And my
even
family's
possible?
pretty there's a lot of Bayshards in the Chatham area,
That's
and
what I mean.
still get that all
How
the
do you
time.
get Beckard?
I get Beckard or Betchard.
Betchard?
Yes, because it's CH.
But
that's why I was careful. Even though I never got any responses, the emails that I've sent to Ralph and Kevin,
yeah,
I would put my name and then I'd put in brackets BAYSHARD.
Oh, to say it phonetically. Yeah.
You know, like they do in the dictionary.
Yeah.
You know, so I did that for Ralph's sake, you know, but it still baffles me when somebody locally doesn't know the name Bayshard. Like, I realize we're not celebrities or anything like that, but there's Bayshards everywhere in this friggin' town.
Okay, the only thing I can think of, we live in Chatham.
Right.
So that's where that hard CH is coming from. Chatham, Betchard.
There's enough
still,
Bayshards around. Like, everybody in town knows a Bayshard. Come on. If you don't, you're living under a rock. Because we grow like weeds.
Under rocks.
Cockroaches, if you will. Yep.
Cucarachas.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I'm working on getting a La Cucaracha button for at work. I'm trying to find, like that This Is Easy button.
Oh, yeah.
That plays La Cucaracha, so when I open one of those boxes...
Oh, those should be easy to come up with, shouldn't they?
I'm hoping. I think I saw on Amazon there was like a programmable one, so you can put what you want.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to be looking into that.
You could probably find that that clip on YouTube, put it on your phone.
Yeah.
And then
But I can't have my phone on at work.
Oh.
Yep. It's a security risk.
Security risk?
Yes. We deal with confidential information, customer payment details, and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So they're very, and they've gotten strict. Even though I'm not on the floor, I'm still dealing with customer accounts, and they're cracking down on it. And
really,
yeah, I've taken a hit or two.
Oh,
the first one I highly disagree with because it was fucking bullshit. I was literally walking from the lunchroom back to the shipping room.
Yeah.
And I had my phone. I was putting my phone in my pocket, but I had taken like 10 steps to the floor as I was doing it.
Yeah.
And I got written up for that, for having my phone out on the floor.
What?
Somebody's out to get me. The second one, I'll wholeheartedly admit, now I was in the shipping room at my desk, and I was actually just checking my notepad to get a password for one of my logins.
Okay.
And I got dinged for it. So I admit that one. But that first one, that was bullshit. I wasn't doing anything. It was literally carrying it, and I was sliding it in my pocket at the time. I was juggling my lunch bag or something. Yeah. So
wow.
But yeah, they have to though.
The cell phone Gestapo sounds like it's on full effect.
Yeah, unless you're in a management position where you have a company phone, your cell phones are not supposed to be out on the floor because it's a PCI compliant. They call it.
Really?
I'm not sure what PCI stands for. Personal customer information, I think.
Sure.
But it's something like that. So
wow, and you almost found out what that secret door in the middle of the second floor wall is all about.
Yeah, there's two of them, and I'm still curious.
Oh, do you know what they said about curiosity?
I've only ever seen one person go up there, and I can't remember them coming down.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the room.
Did you move up in the seniority list when they went up there?
I think so. Actually,
well, see, there you go. Then you shouldn't be asking too many questions.
Oh, I know, I'm not. No. Good thing nobody listens. Okay, so after last week's revelation about you,
oh God, still,
and then what you sent me today. So you're not only a jujubist, you're a sick and twisted motherfucker when it comes to candy.
And you're just figuring
candy
this
is
out
supposed to be innocent
and sweet.
Well, yes, by nature it's sweet, but it's it's supposed to be innocent. So
Okay. We'll break this down in pieces.
Now, first of all, was that
Reese's
actually yours?
Pieces.
I don't think it was. Right?
No, I found that.
Okay, I kind of figured that you pulled that from the internet, but still, the fact that you brought that to my attention sickens me. Okay, so he sent me a picture of he said there was something wrong with his gummy worms.
And I was right.
Well, yeah, wrong is putting it lightly. Somebody out there has made a gummy human centipede.
And it was awesome.
Wrong on so many fucking levels.
I want to buy a bag of those.
And
if anybody knows where I can find a bag of human centipede gummies,
that had to be specially made.
I would.
Now don't make me regret telling you this, but I know my daughter and her boyfriend, my future son-in-law, are dabbling in candy making. Now they only make hard candy so far. I don't know if they've gotten to gummy work yet.
Hard candy, like a Jolly Rancher human centipede.
I'm not commissioning anything for you.
Sky, get a hold of me. Sky, please.
Come on now.
Get a hold of me,
Kids
Sky.
don't listen to my podcast.
Somebody, get a hold of Sky Bayshard. Tell her to get a hold of me.
Oh, they're going to be able to track her through Facebook. God damn it. Anyways.
But that was awesome. I saw that and I immediately thought of you.
Yeah, of course you did. Because how many years ago? 3 years ago or more?
Well, it was probably more than
You
that.
and Rob forced me at gunpoint, although I was alone, to watch all 3 of those abominations. Well, okay, the first one was not really an abomination. I will admit that. The Human Centipede, number 1, was
body
good.
horror at its finest.
I will say it was a decent horror flick.
It was shot well.
It was shot well. I thought the acting for what it gave us was good.
Leading up to the point where they became the Human Centipede was a perfectly good Mad Doctor horror movie.
Yes.
When they finally became the Human Centipede, that's when it flew off the rails for me. Because they're just like, I can go with a lot of things. This is to steal a line from, I said, wrestling isn't wrestling. Hold on to your suspension of disbelief because it's going to take a shit kicking now.
I admit that wholeheartedly. But for what it was decent and it was original.
Yes.
Nothing like it.
Yes.
So I think it stands as a decent horror movie.
I concur.
Okay. Now, I will not watch it again. I have no interest, and I never want to look in its direction. I don't even want to discuss the sequels.
Okay. When you texted me your response to the picture that I sent you,
Yep.
You said, fuck, this is the 3rd reference in a week.
Yes.
I did not touch that because I knew we were going to do this. Now, I have to touch upon what are these 3 references to Human Centipede within a week that you have been subjected to.
Somebody randomly brought up Human Centipede as one of their favorite horror movies. Like, I wasn't even in the conversation. I heard this from across the lunchroom at work. Okay. And I heard that while watching something on my phone. It cut through the noise of through my headphones. It cut through.
Yeah, I was going to say earbuds, bro. Earbuds.
It cut through that. Okay.
Wow.
I had my earbuds in and it cut through that.
So your spidey sense tingled enough.
And
it just.
And then I can't remember the exact article, but I got reading some sort of an article about, I think, faults in movies that were unintentional, something like that.
Okay.
And Human Centipede got brought up in there. I think particularly number 2 was brought up.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2 was.
Did you actually watch 2 and 3?
I did watch 2. I did not watch 3. Sucker.
Yeah. 3, we talk about using eye bleach after some bad films.
Yeah.
I was using actual bleach. Ugh, God.
No,
I'm traumatized from it.
I remember you were talking about how badly you reacted to those 2 movies, or those 3 movies. And I have this thing in my head that I actually did tell you that I did not watch the third one on the Madhouse.
I couldn't remember
and
if you had or not.
You got so mad because, like I said, Rob and I suckered you into watching all three of them because we played upon your completist tendencies when it comes to movie franchises. So, like, I remember you said, "Oh, the fucking that first one, blah blah blah," and then we talked about, well, there's a sequel, and then they said they got to round out the trilogy, and just like you cursed our very existences, and I was fine with that because I knew it was going to be podcast gold as you had to suffer through these two movies.
Now we are here. We are revisiting.
I know, isn't it great? It's like a family tradition that just the gift that keeps on giving.
Fuck that! I need another drink.
No, since we're on top of movie, did you watch Chapter 5 of Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to.
I would not be here if I hadn't.
Okay. All right.
I'm not doing that to you.
No. So. Dave Montoya, he kind of suckered me because he
I saw the comment.
Yeah, so I just like, damn it, Dave, and it was fun, and it is exactly now going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I'm okay with that.
They've said it right from the beginning that this show was going to be a Western.
Yeah.
And they've delivered on that on every front.
And the fan service that we got in this episode, back to Tatooine.
Back to Mos Eisley in particular.
Eisley, yeah.
The cantina.
Yes.
Which I'll point out one thing you may not have realized. When he meets the young bounty hunter, I can't remember his name.
We'll just call him the asshole.
Yeah. When he meets him,
he's in Han Spot.
Oh, you did catch that?
Dude, come on.
I didn't realize it at first. I'll be honest. I didn't realize it at first.
Okay, I knew it was the original cantina.
Yes.
And I knew it had changed because there's freaking droids working the cantina. You go back to A New Hope.
Yep, no
what's the
droids.
thing the bartender says? No droids.
No droids.
So things have definitely changed in Mos Eisley, and especially in that cantina, because it wasn't as busy, and there's droids working the bar.
And there was no band.
No, there wasn't. It was quiet.
They were on tour.
Gotta be.
Yep.
Or maybe they were killed.
Probably that.
They're probably killed.
But they could be touring. You never know.
Well,
Touring with their one hit.
no. Max Rebo.
That was Jabba's Palace.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Max Rebo was Jabba's Palace.
Who was the band?
They never had a name. They were just known as the Cantina Band. To my knowledge, anyways. I've never heard them called anything different.
You're right. But there's plenty of cantinas in the universe.
That's right.
So, yeah,
They
maybe they're
they
on
could be
tour.
doing a Cantina tour.
There could be. Maybe. Or they could have been playing the lower level of Jabba's sail barge.
Yeah, they could have been, yeah. Yep. Rest in peace, Cantina Band.
You guys were great.
Yep. That means they lost 2 epic
Bands?
Star Wars bands in that explosion.
The only 2 that we were aware of.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Oh, Solo, I think, might have had a little something going on at the casino with where Orlando was.
No.
There wasn't?
No.
Okay. You watched it more recently than I
I did
have,
watch it recently.
So there was nothing like that?
No.
Okay.
The only thing I can really think of, no, they really didn't have any band. They might have had background music, but
but
they
no,
said it was
but
just
no
on somebody's
band that you see?
No.
Okay.
Just somebody's iPod playing shuffle or something like that. The casino, I think that you're talking about, that was in Solo.
That was Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's where the casino scene was.
Right.
In.
Okay.
So that movie.
I know.
It has driven me so far away from Star Wars, where Mandalorian has brought me back.
And the fact that they're overlapping the last 2 episodes of Mandalorian with the release of Rise of Skywalker, because now it's not a matter of Mandalorian gets done, boom, Rise of Skywalker comes, will everybody jump in? No, people are still going to be on the Mandalorian train.
Yes.
Okay, there's more Star Wars over there. I'm going to go there now.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about, somebody was talking about listening to it. I think December 20th, when Rise of Skywalker comes out, there is no episode of Mandalorian.
Okay.
The week after.
Oh, so they're skipping a week?
They're skipping the week of the release of Rise of Skywalker. Probably because they want people to say, go to the movie theaters, kids, and don't stay home and watch.
As they don't try to say that there's some sort of crossover reference. Fuck that noise.
There's a hint.
No, there shouldn't be.
There's rumors that there's... Well, okay.
I don't want that.
You talked about the swoop gang from Solo. Mm-hmm. It might be tied in with Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
Right? Okay. That's a long stretch of time in between Solo to now.
That swoop gang is no longer just a swoop gang. I think they're going to be a lot bigger than what they were then. Like that was, you're seeing the beginnings in Solo. Mm-hmm. Now they've had however many years.
How many years?
To grow.
Well.
And they would have grown on the down low because they would have drawn more attention and probably would have run into more trouble, particularly with the Empire.
Okay, how many years before A New Hope was Solo? Was it 2 or 3 years?
I don't know if I've ever actually heard the time frame, but there's a few years because he's rather young there. So there has to be at least a couple years, if not maybe even close to a decade.
To the Google machine. Yep. No, I was thinking like maybe 5 years from Solo to A New Hope, and then from Return of the Jedi, from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens. How much of a time span is that? Because Mandalorian is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Is it like 10, 15 years from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens? Something in that area of that time spread? You got a timeline?
I'm bringing it up right now. If Google will load. Come on, Google.
Work with me here.
Here we go. And this is just from like last month, so this is updated with everything we know. Come on. Here. Come on. Fucking cookies.
No, nothing.
Fuck off.
What?
Okay. So they base their time, you know how we are, like our calendar's AD?
Yes.
Okay. So theirs is BBY. I think it's before Yavin, before the Battle of Yavin.
Before Battle of Yavin.
So before the end of A New Hope.
Okay.
I believe is what they base this on.
All right.
So Phantom Menace was 32 years before.
Okay.
Why are you not scrolling? Move, damn it.
Really?
Attack of the Clones is 22 years before the Battle of
So
Yavin.
that would make Anakin 18 years old?
About that, yeah.
And
which is about right.
Padme was
32.
32. Whoa!
I'm just throwing that out
there. Padme would have been.
She was
12.
I can't remember if they ever said her age.
I want to believe she was very young when she became elected queen. At the first one, what the Phantom Menace?
Yeah. And it just crapped out on me. What the?
Time for a new phone.
Well, I'm not on your Wi-Fi. That doesn't help.
Well,
I don't know why I'm not on your Wi-Fi.
Why aren't you on my Wi-Fi?
My phone should be automatically connecting to your Wi-Fi, so I don't know why it's not.
Fucking Wi-Fi. That's terrible Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no kidding.
The ISP sucks.
So, Wi-Fi is not the fault of your ISP,
Look at
motherfucker.
that. So that got his attention in a big hurry.
Yeah. Wi-Fi. No internet provider will guarantee Wi-Fi performance. So fuck you.
Oh, this kitten has claws.
Got to stand up for my company, you know.
Loyalty's rewarded. How?
I don't know. Fuck. This thing is.
You want me to try?
Maybe you should, because you'll be on your Wi-Fi and it'll move. Mine, it like keeps reloading every time I scroll.
Oh,
and this is really fucking pissing me off. I'm at the Clone Wars part now, which was like still 20 some odd years ahead.
Timeline.
You'll probably find the same article I am. This is coming from digitalspy.com.
All right.
Solo A Star Wars story is 13 to 10 estimated before the Battle of Yavin. So they estimate, we'll say approximately 12 years from Solo to A New Hope.
Oh, God. Why are you so convoluted?
And now my article just changed.
Okay, see, this doesn't help me at all.
No, it doesn't give you the. We already know it's ahead of that.
I know. It just
you need actual time frame and
yes.
my article.
I put in timeline, and it just gives me shit.
You got that chart.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it easy. So if you want to watch them in timeline order, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, God.
I've seen the same thing for the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which, by the way,
that was
Mandalorian
is on.
That sniper
was Ming-Na Wen.
Yep. From Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
She was also the voice of Mulan in the original Disney animated Mulan.
Ooh.
She's actually been in a ton of stuff.
Well, she is not a new actress by any stretch of the imagination. So she's this
As soon as we saw her face, I'm like, hey,
I know
that's
her.
Agent May.
Yeah.
I like
She
her.
was one of the best parts of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Still is.
Yeah.
Show's still going.
Still going?
As far as I know.
Oh, what's
It's been a while, but
It's been a while.
been a while.
Why? Okay.
I just told you, approximately 13 to 10 years before A New Hope. Or at least before the Battle of Yavin.
I wasn't listening to you, obviously, because I'm still shaking my fist at my iPad because it was trying to send me to Pinterest of all things.
What?
I know.
How to make your own?
How to make my own Star Wars timeline. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
This looks promising.
Your eyes just lit up.
Gizmodo.co.uk.
That's usually a good website for that sort
Holy
of thing.
shit. This goes back to the Old Republic.
Okay. So is it like connecting comic books and like video games, maybe?
Okay, if this would... I can't zoom into it because it de-reses.
Did you see...
Fuck it.
Did you see Being the Inner Circle?
No. I haven't... I did not realize they had...
Yeah, at the end of the last episode of Being the Elite, Pride and Powerful and Sammy Guevara jumped Brandon Cutler, and he was filming something with the librarians.
Okay.
So they beat the hell out of Brandon Cutler, put him through a table. This is all backstage.
As well they should.
And then they pick up his camera and they go, ooh, next week's going to be in the inside circle. And they pick up and carry off Leva Bates.
So they kidnapped Leva Bates.
Yes. Okay. How does it open?
Okay.
There's Leva Bates sitting there reading them a story. And when she gets done, like one of them's napping and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she gets done reading the story. And the story sounded like it might have been like recapping a reality show or something. I don't, or talking about a boy band or something like that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But so what did we learn, guys? Kidnapping is wrong. But what just reminding me of it is at one point, I think it's Sammy comes into this room and there's Hager sitting at a table with a laptop in front of him going. Oh, no. And Sammy goes, whoa, oh, you're editing the episode, huh? All right, keep up the good work. Kind of made me think of the Batista character in Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
yeah.
She smashes the laptop and throws it.
You know what? I was going through YouTube. Was it? Yes, it was YouTube. And her, of all people, her channel came across my feed.
That actress?
That actress. Her name is Anna Akana. Anna Akana.
Okay.
And I was like, is this because I watched?
Most likely. Because they'll pull the weirdest thread connections.
But
their algorithm will pull off the weirdest connections.
Wrestling Isn't Wrestling like 3 weeks ago. And this popped up in my recommendations like 2-3 days ago. I'm going like, the algorithm is catching up, or I don't know.
No, it'll pull it randomly.
Yeah.
When you seem to be stale and your variations, or if you're still following certain paths, it'll just start pulling really random stuff that's loosely connected. It happens to me all the time.
That's weird. But I watched her Anna Akana, and she's entertaining.
Yeah?
Yeah. She talked about, she goes, I recently came out as bisexual, and I finally understand how guys feel when they date girls. So her subject of this is her dating girls and how the parallels of her dating girls with guys dating girls works. And it was some pretty funny shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, so if I find the link, I'll send it over to you, because I chuckled out of it.
Please. That's great.
Speaking of YouTube, one of the YouTube rabbit holes I've been falling down hard the last week or so is old Vine compilations, but specific Vine creators.
Okay.
And people have been like compiling all these. One of the ones is Sarah Hopkins. Again,
the only Vine user compilation I've ever watched is Bat Dad.
Yeah, okay.
I got a kick out of him.
Yeah.
Especially when he freaks the hell out of his wife.
Oh, Dad!
Don't forget the milk.
Yeah. So there's is it Sarah Hopkins, another Sarah Shower, Rob Ayala, couple different Vine creators, and I'm just like, these people were creative geniuses to make like 8-second Vine videos and just keep banging these things out, like constant content creators. Mm-hmm. And when somebody aggregates all their stuff together, you just go like, these people are funny. And now some of them are switching or migrating over to TikTok or whatever.
TikTok's the new Vine. I'm not sure if it has the time constraints or whatever. But
don't know.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's getting a bad rap for something. I don't know the whole thing, but I just know that I got some coworkers that they watch TikTok videos just to get angry, because a lot of these people that are blowing up on TikTok are annoying idiots.
That's what I have noticed, where watching some of the old Vine stuff, the creativity is there. It's there. And then they're talking about, here, these TikToks have the same vibe as Vines. You'll like these. And I'm watching them and I'm going like, I'm having a bad time. This is not funny, and it's annoying. Like your coworkers are saying.
The problem is that it's become. Everybody wants to become internet famous now because nobody wants to work anymore.
No.
So they think they're just going to become the next YouTube sensation or Vine sensation or TikTok, whatever. They think they're going to be the next big thing. You know, here we are, we're doing a podcast. We jumped on that train. That train is miles and miles, thousands of light years long.
Dozens of years old now.
But we're not. I'm not looking to get famous with this. We're just having fun. You know, people listen. Great. If they don't, oh well, they're missing out. In my opinion, you know, whatever. If it goes somewhere, great. You know, I just like doing this shit.
Absolutely.
So you know, and that's okay. Feedback is nice. Sure, a little bit of validation. Sure, get over it. I move on, but. I'll admit that.
Grade me. Damn it.
I've gone through that. You know I have.
Simpson. Oh, absolutely. It's the Lisa Simpson.
Oh, yes.
Episode when the teachers go on strike.
Yes.
And she goes up to Marge. Grade me.
A.
Yes. When somebody talks about validation, my mind automatically goes to that Lisa Simpson.
Yep. That's the perfect analogy.
Yep.
It's just there's just too much of it now. Things get lost when something does stand out. Yeah, it usually stands out well, but
for the wrong reasons altogether.
That's more of the case.
Yeah,
that's probably, I would say, at least 75% of the case.
Yes,
it's popular for the wrong reasons. Because I watch. Xander and Tally got us hooked on a few different YouTube series. Rhett and Link. Are you familiar with Rhett and Link? Good Mythical Morning. And
I've heard, and I think I've seen a couple of the episodes.
They've been around a long time, but they are. I'll say it. They're creative geniuses. Some of the stuff they've come up with is amazing, and
they're daily, right?
Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday with Good Mythical Morning, and then they do a Good Mythical More, which is a separate show continuing on with usually connecting to the same topic.
Wow!
So like they do a lot of taste testing, like comparing like pizza. They recently did Pizza Hut versus Domino's.
Oh,
so they tasted like 6 different things off the menu, equivalent, and then they grade them and then see which one in their opinion, is the better one.
Are those the guys that do like Willet Taco?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Same guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they have 2 professional chefs that make these foods. That one of them, Josh, actually does his own show on their as part of their Mythical Network because they've got a ton of shows with their cast.
Like a cooking show?
It's a cooking show, but what he does, he's got a couple different ones where he'll make like really expensive versions of like a Big Mac.
Oh.
So he'll use the highest and most expensive ingredients possible. But he also does one that's called Future Fast Food. So he thinks like looking at the trends, this dish is really popular right now, so this what it might mash up to be like in the future. So he'll do like some sort of weird mashed up version of like a Big Mac mashed with something else.
Okay.
And it gets weird. And doesn't always work.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. So, yeah.
But he also prides himself on taking things like one of the first things that they ever willed way back when that they both vomited from was pig's blood. Pig's blood taco.
Ooh.
Yes. They revisited that because Josh came into the picture a lot way later.
Yeah.
He actually made it palatable. I know. Sounds disgusting. Yeah. I know. But he made it palatable.
Okay.
If it's cooked and prepared and seasoned right.
I was going to say, people have been using blood in cooking for a very long time, like blood pudding and stuff like that. So if it's cooked correctly, it won't kill you or make you vomit violently. So I can kind of see it. I don't want to be involved with that.
No, I'm definitely not playing any of those games. So, but that's the kind of stuff that they've done, and of their many different topics that they do and revisit and whatnot. And they do get guests in and whatnot. Kevin's been on there.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay.
They don't get a lot of big celebrities, but they do get some other higher YouTubers, or they had a late night girl, Lily Singh. She's just like up late with Lily Singh or something like that.
Okay.
Follows Stephen Colbert's show.
Oh, okay.
That night she was on there. I know Kevin's been on there. Nick Kroll. They get people in there all the time.
I suppose.
But they also do they used to do marketing. Are you familiar with one of the oldest viral commercials called it's Chuck Testa?
Yes.
They made that.
They made that?
That was one of their earliest things. They would find small local businesses and they would make funny commercials for them. And they would get help.
Okay.
And that was one of theirs. Chuck Testa was one of their first.
Wow. Okay. Yep. I've always wondered the origins of that because that is something that I go like, how did this become a thing?
They were into marketing originally.
Oh.
They're best
all
friends.
right.
They've grown together since like grade 2, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how they've been friends that long. And
Look at that.
They're
That looks like
geniuses.
motor oil, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. That's 40 weight.
Delicious motor oil.
They've got music videos. They have a series on, I think it's on YouTube Red called The Buddy System. That's supposed to be pretty fun, but I think it's only on YouTube Red. But they've got some music videos that are great.
I got a drinking problem.
Yeah, you missed your mouth. That's definitely a problem. Wring the shirt out.
No.
Get those drops.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah, classic.
Just actually, mine's in my drawer.
Yeah.
I just saw it the other day. I was digging through like,
Speaking of which.
yeah, you've been going through the Kevin collection.
Yeah. Like I said, Friday, I was supposed to, after work, I wanted to do a Vulgarthon. Mm-hmm. That was Friday.
Yep. You didn't get to it today.
I didn't get to it until yesterday afternoon. Mm-hmm. And that's when I started with Mallrats, because I'm going in the correct chronological order. Mallrats happens before Clerks.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Because
Really?
yes. In the timeline, because remember, you haven't seen Mallrats in a while, have you?
Where do they reference it?
Okay,
Because
Dante and Randall in Clerks go to that girl's wake, right?
right.
She's the girl that had the embolism in the pool, swimming, trying to lose weight for Svenning's. She was going to be the contestant on the game show.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
Really.
I never caught that.
Yes.
Holy fuck, all these years, you just blew my fucking mind.
Yeah. So
God damn it.
Mallrats happens
Mallrats
before
is a
Clerks.
prequel.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
So it goes Mallrats, Clerks, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Clerks 2, and Super Groovy Cartoon Movie.
Yep.
Well, they also have
Does cartoon movie really count in the
yes, it does.
chronology?
It does count as canon.
All right.
No. Clerks, the animated series, and the Flying Car.
I've never actually watched The Flying Car.
You've never seen that?
I know it exists and it's popped up on my YouTube, but I've never actually watched it.
It's classic Dante and Randall.
Okay.
It's basically, it would be us on a road trip. It's this show.
Okay.
So that's what it is. Talking about a flying car. So I was like, okay, so it's animated series, Flying Car, Clerks 2, and then obviously Reboot. Mm-hmm. And now I don't know if they're going to slot in Clerks 3 and then however else that's
He's rewriting it, so
Yeah.
who knows where it's going to fit, right?
Yeah.
My guess is it'll fit after Reboot. That's
I think
going to be
so
my
too.
guess.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to try and slot it in because that way they can reference whatever what goes down in Reboot.
If we get Clerks 3,
Kevin's dead set on making that happen.
okay,
now.
we get Rosario back.
Oh, please. please.
Please. We get Marilyn Gigliotti back.
Yeah, she's already. Yeah, he surprised her with that
Yes.
at that
at
anniversary
the table read.
that screening at that they were at the Quick Stop.
Now, since we get Rosario back, but since we get Marilyn Gigliotti back, I wonder if we're going to get Lisa Spoonhour back.
That would be interesting.
If she's recovered. Uh-oh. Who is it? What do they want?
Nothing, just a Facebook pop-up
What?
thing.
Oh.
Nothing important.
It would be interesting to see if they do bring Lisa Spoonhour back. If she recovers from her massive trauma.
Oh. She could do like a Phantom of the Quick Stop thing.
Oh. Oh, that would be awesome.
Kev, feel free to use that idea. No credit necessary. I'll just chuckle and smile.
He even knows this.
Yeah,
exists,
I know.
So.
But then again, he stole my idea for a ringtone. So hey,
okay.
I proved that.
You are not the first person or the only person to use that ringtone as a...
I've never seen anybody else using it.
Oh, how many people? There's 7 billion
I used
people on the planet,
year. I
motherfucker.
used it at least a year before that movie was even a thing.
Still, you think you're the only person in North America, we'll say the planet, that has access to that?
Can you prove to me otherwise?
Can you prove that you are otherwise?
I don't need to prove it my way. I've got it. It's on my phone.
Oh, I understand it. I've heard it on your phone.
Exactly. So if it's
the arrogance of you saying I'm the only guy that ever thought of that, Kevin fucking Smith stole my idea, blah blah blah.
I'm not saying I was the only one. I was saying I was the first.
Okay, you're the first person named Jason Bayshard that lives in Chatham that did that.
I can pull up a timestamp of when I did that because I did it shortly after they actually recorded it.
Okay, and you are not the only person on this planet to
show me their
that.
Timestamps.
I'm
not saying I'm the only one. I'm saying I'm the first, and show me the timestamp. I can go to my computer at home and I can pull up a timestamp of when I created that file.
I believe that. Mm-hmm. You are not the first. You are not the only.
I'm not saying I'm the only.
Well, you just said I was the first.
I'm the first. I may not be the only, but I am the first. I made that ringtone before Kevin did. That's what I've always claimed. Did other people make it? Quite possibly. Making your own ringtones is not that difficult when you use iTunes. No. So it's very, very possible that other people have. But I made it very quickly after Ralph first recorded that bite.
Your sphere of influence is you and Kevin Smith.
Yes, he heard my copy of the ringtone subliminally from across the nation. Yes, he did. I was sending those vibes out, probably talking in my sleep again, and he heard wind of it because these things are always listening. And
so
back to him,
Kevin Smith works for the CIA.
No,
that's the only way he's going to hear it.
No, it goes through Apple's servers, and then Apple's algorithm said, "Hey, Kevin, you might want to know about this," and slipped it in.
Okay, Apple works for the CIA.
Really?
Who else is going to get that information? How else are they going to get that information?
I don't know.
CIA.
I'm losing track of this, man. All I know is I made that ringtone long before he used it in the movie, and I'm proud of that fact.
Okay.
Because that, in my mind, slightly, very, very slightly has me on the edge of the same tier of creativity as Kevin.
Okay, you want to be on the same level. I was going to say you were thinking you were that much smarter and faster than Kevin.
No, the hell no. No. Kevin is way fucking wittier and leaps and bounds more talented than I. I knew. I'm just saying I'm hanging on that edge of the same level as Kevin.
For one fraction of a microsecond. Your trajectory's crossed.
Yes.
Okay, yours is a little bit flatter.
Sure.
So
yes, yes.
Somewhere like no visual aids on an audio podcast, but you'll have to. Kevin's is more rockety.
Yes.
Jason's is more
flat train track. With a couple bumps in the way.
Earthworm.
Yeah, there you go.
Earthwormish trajectory.
That works.
I'm not. No offense, brother. Just
yeah. He says with the biggest grin on his face.
There's no way people will know that is to be true. To be a filthy liar right now talking about.
You're right.
Just a filthy liar.
Uh-huh. Yep. I'm lost. I totally lost what we were talking. You're talking about Clerks and all that. You're doing the chronological timeline of.
Up next is my favorite Kevin Smith movie,
which is
Chasing Amy.
Dogma is my favorite.
Chasing
Amy's great. Yeah. Chasing Amy is more dramatic.
To me, Chasing Amy is so well written, and it's a more internal, personal expose of Kevin than, say, Dogma or Clerks is.
Sure.
This seems to be a deeper, more introspective examination of Kevin.
From, for lack of a better term, an artistic standpoint,
Artistically,
or your cinematic standpoint, if you will, Chasing Amy is probably his best film in that respect.
directorially, I think he got the best he could out of Joy Lauren Adams, Ben Affleck, and Jason Lee. Because those three, like basically the entire movie is, well, not entirely, but the majority is just those three people's interactions.
Yep.
And every time they are interacting with each other, like there's that main group, that focus seems to be so tightly written and acted. It just it feels so good.
I use the term genuine.
Yeah.
That's the term I use a lot when I do my reviews and stuff. If a story and the acting feels genuine, you've hit the mark.
Joy Lauren Adams.
And Chasing Amy is definitely one of his most genuine films.
There's the one scene where it's her and Affleck in the park on the swings, and they're talking, and she gets so hurt, and her emotions come through. It's just like, this is a real conversation between two people, and it is so well acted. Just like I felt like I had just was the fly on the wall between somebody's real personal private conversation, and you could feel the emotion coming out. That's, to me, the most genuine emotion in a movie that Kevin has done.
I talked with Dave Montoya a year ago. It was about a year ago. Remember, I got interviewed by the Mythmaster?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stemming from that, because my love of Kevin was brought up in that interview and whatnot, I toyed with the idea of Dave of writing some sort of review article of Kevin's films.
Yeah.
And that seems like a mountainous task for me. I've been wanting to do it, but it means I have to revisit the entire catalog. I'd have to put everything else on hold to write it, and I'd have to break it into parts.
Yes.
I could probably do 2 movies in an article kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that would end up being my, that's it. Well, I admit my regular articles really don't take me that long to write. When I watch the movie and I try to write the article within a day or two while it's still fresh in my mind. I don't like writing it right after watching because it's a little too fresh. I haven't had time to process. Yeah. Because I do try to be, for lack
objective.
of objective, and show a little bit more. I don't know the word, integrity. I don't know. I just don't want to be just throwing shit on the page.
Yeah.
So I like to take a day or two to decompress, really think about it, and then I'll write the article. I feel with going through the Kevin catalog, even though I'm so familiar with most of the movies really, really well, intimately, if you will, it scares me to do that. And I don't really know why. It's because it seems like it's going to be a huge undertaking, but I am going to do it. It's I'm going to be one of those people of, this is what I'm going to do, your New Year's lists, Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to write my collection of my definitive review of every Kevin Smith film.
All right.
And I'm not going to do it chronological. I'm going to do in release order, Clerks, Mallrats, and so on.
Okay.
I'm only going to do the movies.
Okay.
I'm only going to do the movies that he wrote and directed.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm going to touch Cop Out. I might tweak that rule and go with directed just because I should be fair about it, but I feel like his best work is the stuff that he wrote himself. He admits that.
Yes.
He does not like directing other people's work.
He put his heart and soul into each one of those projects.
Yes.
Now, I'm curious I would be curious to see your take on Red State.
Oh.
Because
my opinion of Red State.
Yeah, the dark aspect of Kevin with like Red State and Tusk, and can we put Yoga Hosers?
As silly as it is, it's still a little bit darker.
It's still kind of dark. Yeah.
It is still a little bit darker. It may be closer to the View Askew silliness, sure, but it is still technically darker.
Yeah.
It may be goofy as all hell, but you're dealing with some scary material there.
Yep. I have a hard time placing Yoga Hosers. It's like Tusk and Red State are definitely not View Askew.
No.
Now, Yoga Hosers may be dancing on the border of View Askew versus...
And I think he's kind of done that on purpose, because when he does finally make Moose Jaws, it will fully cross over with View Askew.
Yes.
Because he's flat out said Jay and Bob will be in that movie.
Yeah.
As the quote-unquote Captain Quint style characters.
See, that... I don't
know who hires Jay and Silent Bob to take down a killer moose, but hey.
You know what? I think it's going to be Jay and Silent Bob. Again, it's just like Jay and Bob find themselves in these situations, like, unknowingly. They just, wrong place, wrong time. Just happened to be the right two to do it.
You already know why they're coming up to Canada.
Well, yeah, illegal weed.
Exactly.
So, so the somebody I know went to London to. I'm not going to name names.
Okay.
They went to London to the legal weed store, the only one in the area.
Okay.
And they said it was amazing.
Really?
Yes, because you walk in, it's bright, it's not sketchy, it's a high-end legal weed store. So you walk in, you're just looking around, somebody will walk up to you, they'll have an iPad. Hi, how can I help you today?
Oh my.
Yeah, so we're just kind of looking. Oh, okay. How do you want to feel? What are you looking for? And the person goes, I want to laugh. And they scroll through the product. Well, we have this, and this.
Yeah, because there's essentially 3 different ways to go where that gives you different effects.
Yes.
You get the high THC, I think makes you more silly.
Yeah.
Higher CBD is better for the body and more relaxing.
Yeah.
And then you get the hybrids.
Yes.
That's what my limited experience, what I've learned so far. And Girl Scout Cookie, which is the strain that I smoke, is, as I understand it, a hybrid.
Ah, okay. So this person, they go, well, we'll try this and this and this and this and this. And they did compliment the government pre-rolled. They go, they ain't pinners, they're bombs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's become a thing now, pre-rolls. That's kind of cool.
So they were very satisfied with their experience. And I'm going, well, sounds like there has to be a road trip.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to need to get up there, I think.
Yeah. I completely forgot. It wasn't even on my radar until it was brought up randomly in conversation. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right. It is absolutely legal. It's as legal as this glass of beer.
Exactly.
And I really have no personal hang up on it other than I do have to smoke it outdoors, and it's fucking winter in Canada. Mm-hmm. And
I know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, at least I'm preaching to the choir here. I understand
11 o'clock at night, it gets really fucking cold.
Oh, yeah. I was driving somewhere with my daughter, Kennedy, And something was said. I go, well, she goes, why is it so dark? I go, because it's 4:00 in the afternoon in Canada in winter. She goes, well, why? I go, because of the axial tilt and the where the planet is in the orbit around the sun. That's science. There's nothing we can do about it except wait until it comes back around. Why do we have to live someplace where it's so dark? I said, well, move to the equator then. So, because we do. That's why. But yeah, I don't even know.
Or she can go up north
where it's all dark all the time or all sun all the time.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really fucking cold.
It's really fucking cold. But I completely forgot that the retail store was even there.
I'll be honest, I did too, actually.
So
I thought there's supposed to be one in Windsor as well.
Maybe. I don't know. They said when we talked about it, they went, oh yeah, we went to the one in London.
I could have swore when they said they were announcing, I think 15 stores initially. Mm-hmm. And I thought Windsor and London each were getting one, but maybe I'm wrong. I know people were, why can't Chatham? Because it's fucking Chatham.
Yeah.
We don't smoke weed here. We smoke fentanyl.
Oh, it's sad but true. Oh, yeah. I cannot argue that at all. You're right.
There's a lot of weed smokers. Unfortunately, there's way more fentanyl smokers, I think.
Yeah.
Fentanyl's in meth, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's meth or heroin. I know there's...
Meth.
Is it
meth? Is easier.
Okay.
Like I know.
I don't know.
We know
stories
guys.
of people shooting up, and I don't know what you're shooting up, so... Fentanyl is like a patch thing, isn't it? Is that what they've been doing?
Fentanyl can be a powder that's added to a thing. But I was listening to an article or a podcast. Rogan was talking about it, and they're talking about a lot of the fentanyl is coming from China because it's air quote legal to make in China.
Okay.
There's the grayest of gray areas when it comes to fentanyl in China, where all these like legal/illegal labs make all these different chemicals, all these different generic drugs, whatever. So the one reporter posed as a drug dealer, and he called up one of these pharmacies in China, and he goes, yeah, I'm a drug dealer. Can I come over and buy fentanyl? They said, come on over.
Holy crap.
And they're like, he goes, I can't believe that actually happened. So he goes over
to China,
and he goes to this lab, and they go, you're a reporter. He goes, no, I'm a drug dealer, just like you. Let us fellow drug dealers go make a drug deal. And they're going like, whatever. So they take him into the building. He goes, it's like a nondescript 3-story.
Well, you don't expect them to say fentanyl made here.
No, exactly. But it's like a nondescript 3-story building. And you walk in, and he goes, it's just mounds of like chemicals and fentanyl and like these different drugs just lying around.
Jeez.
And he goes, it was amazing. And he goes, it's so cheaply made and sold in China. That's why it's like people are cutting everything with fentanyl. Coke, MDMA, everything. Everything is getting cut with this fentanyl because it's so cheap and it's easy to get. So when somebody goes, well, how do you know you're getting pure cocaine? I said, you have no idea.
No,
you have no idea.
You have to be able to test that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So actually, now they are selling fentanyl testing kits for people to test their other drugs.
That is so sad.
But people are going, yeah, you have to test. because people are just dropping like flies taking all this fentanyl.
I have a cousin who had a son pass away 5 years ago.
Yeah.
From it.
So it is an insidious drug, and if you are taking drugs, you have to test it because you don't know what you're getting, and fentanyl will kill you just like that. And it's just one of those things. Like they're talking about, like they're finding fentanyl in weed.
Oh, don't give me that scare. I don't need that.
No. Like it's like because it's become so ubiquitous. Like it's everywhere. So it could be like somebody's mixing up a bunch of coke, cutting it with fentanyl, and then a bunch of weed gets split up on the same.
Hey, you got weed in my fentanyl. No, you got fentanyl in my weed.
Yeah. So like it's just one of those things where it's now. They're saying it's just about in everything that you can think of.
Jeez.
And I was like, great. I just don't sign me up because I'm not that interested. So,
now I gotta
you know what? There's no
shit.
fentanyl in this beer because I trust Alfie and Doug.
Pretty sure there's none in the Summersby either.
Yeah. But I did see Scotch Ale is now available.
Yeah.
Yay! I have to get some. You
can have my share.
Okay. I'll send your share of the bill to you. How's that?
No. If I'm not drinking it, I'm not paying for it.
Well, what the hell, man?
I can't afford that
Oh,
shit.
fine. All right. That's the way you're going to be about it. All right.
Uh-oh. He's grabbing the iPad again. Are you about to get angry again? That
No,
probably sounded like podcast gold right there.
Okay, there it is. Where did it go? Would you rather have shotguns for legs or swords for hands?
Oh. Funny thing is, I've seen both in movies.
Yeah.
Huh. Swords for hands. You wouldn't be able to pick anything up unless you skewer it.
But you'd be really good at chopping up vegetables.
I know, but masturbating would be impossible.
Ow.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands.
Ah, yeah, no. Yeah. Just for that alone, I got to go with the shotgun legs. Plus, it looked kind of cool in Planet Terror, so.
Yeah. Well, she only had one. And that was an M16.
All right, so hold my beer, bitch.
Sounds like the gauntlet has been thrown down. Would you rather have an attractive personality or an attractive body?
I have both. Neither one of us could keep a straight face, could we?
No. That was instant fail. Oh, that's such a ridiculous question coming from us.
It really is. I want to live in a world where people will look past the cover of the book, but I know otherwise.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't married and I had to be out there, I would go with the looks, because good-looking guys get all the women.
Yep. All right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
Fly.
I think fly.
Fly.
Yeah.
Sure, it's slower, but just something about
just
flying.
flying.
I would love that. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be stung by a bee or pay $3 for the person you dislike the most?
What?
Would you rather be stung by a bee
No, I'm allergic.
or give $3 to the person you dislike the
I'll
most?
just give them the $3. Okay. I'm allergic to bees. Not deathly, but I'm allergic.
It's just enough to like, oh.
Yeah,
Makes it worth $3?
It'll puff up pretty good.
Okay, where was
I had stung by a hornet when I was a kid, right behind my ear, and my ear.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Of the 10 kids that were fooling around where this wasp nest was that we didn't know was there, I was the only one who got stung.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather die in an apocalypse brought on by climate change or by AI?
I'm going to die either way.
You're going to die either way.
Then we'll just go with the apocalypse thing.
No. It is an apocalypse. Are you going to die by climate change or AI?
Climate change.
Climate change?
Yes.
You're going to drown?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Or, you know, when the comet's coming, I'm going to go out there with a baseball mitt.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yep. AI, no, I feel like it might be a little slower with an AI, you know, Terminator.
Yeah,
comes up
you get thrown into an energy pod like in The Matrix.
yeah, something like that. No thanks.
Yeah, okay. Would you rather feel safe or feel free? This is a good one.
I'm going to go free.
I'm going to go with free as well.
Because if I'm free,
Dangerous
I can make
freedom.
myself safe.
Dangerous freedom is far more attractive than, I said,
Shackled.
safe freedom or safe safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, same question. No, we never did get any emails from anybody. I never did. So I can only assume nobody listens or wants to take the 2 minutes to write an email.
Hey, we're willing to accept it. The offer's out there, folks.
Would you rather play Monopoly or Risk?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I like both those games.
Those are good games.
Yeah, I've never... It's very, very rare to actually finish a game of Monopoly without the table getting flipped over.
You're right, sir.
And Monopoly, you know, depending on if you're playing with any stupid house rules and stuff, can take forever. Mm-hmm. I'm going to probably go with Risk.
Go with Risk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I haven't played Risk in a long time, but
Yep.
I think I'd go Risk.
I don't think... All right. You'll have to ask Bellamy this the next time. But he used to do an invitational Monopoly game with a $20 buy-in.
He's never ever mentioned that.
No, okay. Ask him about that because you would do an invitational. You bought in for 20 real, actual dollars. Winner takes all.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Would you rather have ninja skills but have a weird name or not?
Sure. Who doesn't want ninja skills? What the hell?
But you'd have a weird name.
So?
Okay.
Make fun of my name. Go ahead. Ninja Star. Throat punch.
Smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb.
Ninja bomb. Let's see if I can find something else good here. I know I had a couple that I had.
I am the Ninja Kafuvi.
Oh, there you go. I'm going to go to the top. Okay.
When you giggle like that, it makes me a little more concerned.
This is okay. This is the Would You Rather subreddit.
Oh, okay.
This is the all-time
Can't be good.
top question.
Okay.
Would you rather poop in a toilet at a party knowing that you will clog it or poop in the bushes in the backyard? Please hurry.
Toilet. Fuck yeah.
Clog the toilet?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Well,
I'm
you
give
did,
a
yeah,
shit,
you
literally.
did, yeah.
I will. You gotta go. You gotta go. And I'm not a friggin' animal.
Yes, you are.
No.
All right.
No. I'm a civilized human being.
Come on now.
I'm civilized.
Come on.
I'm not pooping in bushes.
All right.
It's my luck that bush will be poison oak or something.
So there's a caveat to there. All right.
No, I don't think I've ever pooped outside.
Really?
Never. I don't think I ever have.
Did you ever go camping?
I don't think I've ever pooped outside.
You never pooped outside while camping?
I don't think so. There's always been a bathroom in some.
That's not camping.
I don't
That's
go.
glamping.
I don't go camping just in the wild. I've only ever been to campsites, so there's usually toilets somewhere nearby.
All right.
I'm not a survivor guy. I'm not living off the land and shit. I wouldn't survive. I know this. I'm fragile.
All right.
This reminds me. I watched Stripes today.
Oh, you did? Wow, really?
Yes.
Okay, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's been on my radar for a while. I haven't watched it in a long time. So I flip it through. I wanted something. I don't know what. And I saw Stripes on Netflix, and I put it on.
Stripes is on Netflix?
Yes.
Stripes is on Netflix.
Here's where it gets weird, because it's been a long time since I've watched it.
Yeah.
But I remember a large portion of this movie.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
There was stuff I did not recognize in this movie.
Really?
Stuff that I don't remember, and I could be wrong. But as I do with a lot of movies, like older movies and movies that I've watched a lot of, I go to the IMDb trivia page.
Yes.
And I think Netflix somehow has an extended cut, because there was footage at one particular part that they referenced was part of a deleted scene.
Really?
Yes. Huh. How much do you remember of the movie?
I can't even remember the last time I saw it.
Okay.
But I think I have good recall about it.
Do you remember Murray and Ramis getting on a plane trying to leave the base? And they get on a plane, and a bunch of Army Rangers get on the plane, and they act like they're like secret agents or whatever, and they get airdropped out of this plane. Ramis has done like 12 hits of acid prior to getting on this plane, apparently. And they end up in the middle of Colombia, and they get captured by like these cartel guys, and he gets them singing "Cuando, Cuando, Cuando," and they sneak out and get back to this plane and get back to the base.
No.
Yeah, that was in this movie. I'd never seen that before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's...
Hold on. Let me digest that for a second. That is that doesn't make... That's
partway
so
through
weird.
their training.
So weird.
They try to leave. They just casually walk onto this plane.
Okay.
Strap themselves in, and then all of a sudden these Army Rangers come boarding the plane. The captain comes up to them, and Murray bullshits his way in, and the guy's like, all right, fine. Well, they both pass out, and they wake up. They've been strapped into parachutes, and they jump out the plane. And then they end up in Colombia.
That is not ringing any bells at all.
It didn't for me. It was totally... I'd never seen that before. It goes further, though.
There's more?
Okay, so after their training, they go to Germany. They get put on the EM-50 program to guard the RV.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Murray and Ramis, of course, take the RV to go meet the girls in Germany.
Yes.
What happens when they meet the girls in Germany? Do you recall? I always have it in my mind that they pick the girls up and they drive around in the RV.
Yeah. I seem to... Sergeant Hulka is involved in that?
That comes after.
Okay.
Because the John Larroquette's character goes to try and
get him
impress a chick with the RV, and the RV's gone, and he freaks out. So he grabs the whole platoon, including Hulka, to go and try and get them back.
Okay.
Because they think they're Russian spies stealing the RV.
They've stolen the...
Right.
Yeah.
That's where Hulka comes into that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Well, no, in this version of the movie, I don't remember this. They meet the girls at their hotel in Germany, and they go up to their rooms. So there's sexy times going on. Now, and this is part of the trivia that got me, and this is, again, in the trivia, it mentions it's a deleted scene. Murray is with PJ Souls is her name. That's the girl that Murray's with.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they did that on purpose, but Sean Young and Bill Murray did not get along.
Okay.
So they're in this room, And Murray does this silly thing where he like she's got her top off and she's enticing him back to the bed. He jumps on the bed and is doing all these flips, like jumping on the bed and shit, being Bill Murray weird.
Yeah.
Okay. What he's wearing in that? Do you remember earlier in the movie when they're still in training when they first hook up with the girls?
They go to the general's house.
Yes.
That's the sexy time I can think of.
Right. So do you remember when you see the bedroom and then Murray and the chick pop up in that chest?
Trunk? Yeah, yeah.
That was actually in Germany.
Really?
That bit of them popping up in that trunk is actually from the deleted Germany scene.
Really? Because they made it look like that was at the general's house.
But if you look at what they're wearing, it's the exact same clothes they wear in this Germany scene later.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to watch this.
That's what the trivia told me. I don't remember any of the stuff in the hotel in Germany.
No, because the only sexy time I can remember is at the general's house because the one girl's sitting on the oven and
he gets the spatula. Yeah, totally improvised. That bit was
and
totally
then
improvised.
the ice cream scooper. Yeah, and then them popping out of the trunk.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the trunk bit apparently was actually pulled from the Germany scene originally.
Huh.
Yeah,
all right.
According to the trivia. I don't remember any of the sexy time in Germany.
No.
And it's an extended bit, too. Like, it's not short. But I also remember, there's in my mind, I'm remembering one more thing with Harold Ramis and Sean Young when they're at the general's house that I didn't see in this movie. It was really stupid, but it stuck with me. He played Tune in Tokyo. Does that ring a bell at all to you? Where he put his head down basically at her crotch region and then he starts twisting like at her boobs. Come in, Tokyo. Maybe I'm getting this wrong because I remember that from my childhood. Maybe I'm getting it confused with something else. But I could have swore that was in that bit between Harold Ramis and Sean Young in the general's house. And that was not in this version of the movie. Now, that I haven't had a chance to look up because it's starting to bug me. It's starting to bug me. Like for the longest time, a scene from Aliens bugged me. The autogun turrets in the hallways, watching those guns run dry. That's not in. That was only in the original theatrical cut. It was not in the DVD home releases.
Really?
That came up later when they re-released the director's cut and stuff.
Oh, my mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I know I'd seen that originally, and then every version I saw for like 15 years didn't have it, and then I got the director's cut, and there it is again.
All right.
So this Tune in Tokyo bit is now sticking with me like that, and I have to research it. But yeah, Netflix has an extended version of Stripes. Because that's two scenes that I don't remember at all. And the trivia implies that they were deleted scenes.
See this?
Yes.
This has the extended cut.
We watched the extended cut at my house as a Whiskey Wednesday once.
Okay.
Because it had where they go to his house.
Svennick's house?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, all that stuff and the whole reenactment society stuff.
Yes, at the beginning.
Yeah, that's the version that we watched at Whiskey Wednesday at my place.
Yeah. I was just wondering, talking about extended stuff, because it has the theatrical, and do I watch the theatrical or the extended cut?
I always go with the extended cut if I have the option.
Yeah.
Which...
So. Okay, I just brought up my Mallrats Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I should say what you're talking about. Yeah. Which that also brings to mind the news: Justice League, the Snyder Cut is coming.
Oh, it is coming.
It is coming.
Okay.
It's they don't know when, but it does exist. First of all, that it has been confirmed that it does indeed exist. Little hints keep getting dropped, like almost weekly now about it. They've shown a few stills and stuff of stuff we've never seen. Rumor is DC Universe, their online platform, their streaming platform is folding.
Yeah.
And they're getting really close to a deal with HBO. HBO is launching HBO Max soon.
Gotcha.
And all the DC stuff may end up over there.
That makes sense.
Including the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Oh.
And the article I just saw the other day, I didn't read how long, but they're saying it's long.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like 4-hour kind of thing?
I didn't read to see the actual timing, but they said it's long.
Okay. The one thing that popped up on my feed, and I haven't seen it yet, it's got me intrigued. There's The Boys season 2 trailer out.
I haven't watched that teaser yet, but
And the one that caught my attention was Homelander. They had a split screen picture of Homelander and Superman. I was like, whoa, what? Whoa.
they can't cross those streams.
No, they can't. But I'm just like, why is Superman
Are they comparing them or something?
maybe? I'm just like, how do we get home? I know Homelander is supposed to be the twisted version of Superman, but why are we seeing these
that's
two
weird.
guys?
It's got to be just some sort of a comparison thing.
Yeah. But it was just like, it was one of those things where just like, hey, you have my attention now. So
Tonight, we're blowing the curtain here. Okay. But tonight, Crisis on Infinite Earth starts part 1. It's 5 parts.
and you're missing it?
I don't watch them live anyways. So
okay.
I'll be watching it first
Give
thing
me
tomorrow
your
morning.
ticket to Tom Segura.
No.
And you can watch.
No.
Yes.
No.
You don't even like Tom Segura.
I don't know if I like him. I've never.
See,
I
I really
I
like
feel
Tom
like
Segura.
I've seen him like on Just for Laughs or something maybe once, but I've never seen any of his specials. I know I'm gonna like him.
No, you won't.
It's very
Just give me
rare
the
for me
ticket. Give me
to
the
watch a
ticket.
comedian that I don't like, Sarah Silverman.
Just save yourself the heartache.
No, I don't even have the tickets.
Fine, you stay here.
No.
I'm looking out
Look,
for you.
dude,
brother.
you have no idea. Crystal and I really need this night out.
Oh, like I don't need a night out? Why are you denying me a little bit of fun?
Don't do that. All I'm going to say is we really need this. Crystal really needs this.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
okay. I don't want to go any further. But yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earth starts tonight. And I'm really, really anxious.
I'm not that anxious.
I am.
If you're going to go watch fucking Tom Segura.
Shut up. Arrow, by the way, remember I was telling you how Arrow's final season, because it ends after this?
Yes.
How every episode it's like him saying goodbye? Fuck, that last week's episode of Arrow was amazing for that.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, they just, he said goodbye, his final goodbyes to everything, to everyone.
Speaking of goodbyes, I want to try and tie my wagon into this as well.
Sure.
Riverdale. When the season 3 ended, Luke Perry had died, and they never got a chance to address Luke Perry's death during that.
Right.
The very first episode of season 4, it was all about Fred
I
Andrews'
heard they
death.
were doing something like that.
And it sucked so hard because I cried like a bitch throughout the entire
So
episode.
it sucked because it was that emotional?
Yes.
So it was that good.
It was that good. It just ripped my heart out, and I'm just going like, fictional character.
But you know there's an element of truth behind it.
Yes.
Yep.
And it was just, it hit all the notes of saying goodbye that it's just like, I don't need to have a TV show, a fictional TV show that I watch for entertainment, remind me of real life to the point where I'm breaking down. So,
Have you ever seen those compilations on YouTube of like the 10 best heartfelt moments in sitcoms?
no, there's a reason for
You know
that.
what number 1 usually is?
I don't know.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Really?
Yep. I've seen that. If not number 1, very close to like number 2 or 3.
What's the...
When Will's dad came back and then left again,
Yes.
and he breaks down. Why don't he want me?
Yeah.
I'm
You're getting emotional?
yes.
Yes. So let's talk about this.
Oh, careful! You almost stole the line from Rhett and Link.
What?
Every episode. Today we're going to see if we can make a taco out of drywall. Let's talk about that. That's how their
Is that
intro.
how
Let's
okay.
talk about that. That's
That's their hook?
and now they have like Saturday after show.
Oh,
I think it's on Saturdays. It's called Let's Talk About That. It's hosted by one of their producer girls, Stevie, and she brings Rhett and Link out, and they always have a weird entrance. And then they recap their week, and then they show outtakes and stuff.
Okay.
Now, they keep all their stuff on a PG level.
Yep.
Because they don't want to lose their monetization.
No, that makes perfect sense.
They're very strict about careful with the sexiness and language in particular. They got to be very, very careful.
On the regular show?
On the regular shows.
But
you get a little bit more with this, but not a whole lot. Okay. They don't want to push that envelope. They want to keep it as family friendly as possible because you lose your monetization if you don't.
That's true. And
that's become a big thing. YouTube's starting to crack down on that. I've seen a few different people posting about that.
My understanding is, I said I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast recently, and they had a guy on the show. He goes, if you pull up my YouTube channel, there's a video that I have on my YouTube channel, his personal channel. He goes, it explains this thing perfectly. And Joe goes, I can't play that. Because as soon as I play somebody else's material, I get demonetized. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, the dude is sitting right there. He's giving express consent, and YouTube will shut that down. Yep. That's craziness right there. Mm-hmm. That is weird how YouTube has gone from creators help us build, and now they've become a monopoly, essentially. Mm-hmm. There's not too many other video platforms out there, like maybe Vimeo.
Twitch.
Twitch has taken a big bite out of their asses.
Twitch also has
Daily Motion.
Twitch also has their own very strict rules.
I've never really looked into it.
And it baffles me how I've seen what few people, again, I don't watch a lot of Twitch. I mostly watch Twitch fails. So, but it baffles me on what some people can get away with and others don't. I recently heard something about a guy, I don't know if it's Twitch or YouTube, one of them, where I don't know if he had his shirt off or his pants were down, and he didn't even mean to be recording. I think he hit a wrong button and he didn't realize he'd hit record or live or whatever. And and it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't graphic by any means, right? And he got hit. But then I see girls on there with showing cleavage for miles, like dead center of the screen, and that's perfectly okay.
The nipple is for whatever reason, the nipple seems to be evil.
It just seems weird
because Facebook is the same way. Like Instagram and Facebook. Okay. Facebook owns Instagram. That's why you don't see nudity anywhere. But Twitter is like the Wild West when it comes to pornography. But that's about it. Oh, dude. Even accidentally, you can see full-on vaginas.
I've never seen anything like that pop up in my Twitter notifications.
Yeah, they're and
watch, I'm going to get bombarded with them now because you know what's listening, right?
But they're talking about like full-on amateur porn.
Jeez.
Professional porn. Like porn stars on Twitter. Like they're going like...
Is Periscope still a thing?
As far as I know. As long as Periscope is tied to Twitter.
Right. I didn't know if it was still a thing. I haven't heard it really referenced in a long time.
I think that the shine fell off that diamond for whatever reason, but it's still a thing. It still exists.
It's Twitter's answer to Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
but for whatever reason, the nipple is the evil when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. Because you can't even hint at a nip.
I know that's part of the videos that some of the fail videos I've seen from Twitch is like girls, their channels getting shut down because they bent over.
Oh, and you get a nip slip or
not even a nip slip, just like tight yoga pants and stuff.
Oh,
if they do it in a suggestive manner.
That's pretty open to interpretation right there.
Exactly. Because the one was the girl she bent over to pick something up off the floor that fell off her desk or something. Yeah.
The potential to see the naughty bits.
But they have to, I know, people, when people are donating to them on Twitch and stuff, they can't do anything sexual in regards to that.
Do they actually consider that pornography or not pornography? Prostitution?
They could maybe. That might be it. That might be because you're pushing that realm.
Because I know Patreon. When you sign up for Patreon, they ask you right out of the gate, will this be a pornography site? Yes or no?
Really?
Really? And if you say yes, you go to this wing.
You go over here.
You go over there.
Go into the dark corner.
But here's the thing. If you say no and you go over to the no section and you, for some whatever reason, if you show a boob or something, bam, you are done.
Really?
You are done.
They don't play games.
No, they do not. Like, if you want to show boobs, we have a whole section over here. Go fucking crazy.
You try to show boobs over in the other section, you're out.
You're out. There's like a no strike rule. That because I've seen several people talk about that, and they go, the Patreon is really weird when it comes to they allow it under very tight guidelines.
Oh, because they probably for advertising purposes and stuff, right? So,
well, I don't even know when you do Patreon, you don't even have to worry about advertising because you are being paid by
right. But they may
people.
have some sort of cross advertising or something.
Maybe.
So like a recommended thing. Oh, you like this page? Maybe you'll like this page. So
that could be it too.
It's probably something along those lines of recommendations. So.
We probably should get you out of here.
What? Yeah.
It's been almost 1:40.
Yeah, I need to go.
Yeah.
Doors open at 6:30. She wants to be there as quick as we can. So
you should probably take off.
Yes.
Anyways, so thank you for stopping by. Dispatches from Shed Quarters. Mike.lutz52@gmail.com. Send me feedback.
He needs validation.
I need validation.
Don't forget Count Beishi at hotmail.com as well.
Yep.
I'll take your feedback as well.
Yep. You can find us on the Facebooks. There's a group and a page, Dispatches from Shed Quarters. This beer is really starting to kick my ass. Yeah, Dispatches from Shed
Twitter
Quarters.
is I am Lutz.
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
right.
it's all jacked up. It's different. It's not the same anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Facebook, email, dispatches from
Carrier
Shed Quarters.
pigeons.
Carrier pigeon.
Smoke signals.
No, it's winter. You can't see. Too cloudy.
Okay. All right. No smoke signals.
No
right
smoke.
now.
Yeah, carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon would work.
My cat would really dig that.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So for another week. Bye.
Bye-bye.